Okay, so now I'm signed in into Microsoft Office. Okay, and when you click this file menu, the interface changes. This particular interface is called as Backstage. Now there are various options, okay, to create a new document. These are some templates that are ready-made templates that are available, okay, business templates, okay, that will be searched from the internet, provided you are connected to the internet and have good connectivity, right? You can open the already created Word file, save as, you all know. Okay, so I'm skipping this part and directly coming to this account. Okay, now see this account. Okay, it shows me that currently I'm logged in with which user, what are the subscriptions that are available to me as per my organization's policy. Okay, you can see this connected services and the websites of my university, right? So any documents that I'm going to put on Teams or Beings, okay, that is connected to my university will also be appear on this. Okay, other than that, you may go to the option panel, which will have the general settings regarding your word editor. Okay, display features, proofing, saves, where to saves, do you keep want to keep auto save on or not. Okay, so these features are there. Okay, now one of the important features that we are going to see is language. I'll come to that language part shortly. Language, by default, when the computing industry started, it was English language. Okay, and as you already studied that it was supported by ASCII code. Now which code is there? Can anybody tell me which is the language code that we are using in standard word editors? Yes, if you will answer, I will like, and at any moment you can also ask me questions. So, do you know the format of the encoding? ASCII you have studied, right? What is another encoding? Unicode. So, this particular encoding comes with UTF, 8-bit universal text format, 8-bit character code that includes almost any language in the world. Further, Microsoft also gives a speech API that we'll shortly see. Okay, speech API, and you can also find the speech API as a DLL file in the program files. Okay, you may include that speech API during your programmings in Visual Studio.net or create any other applications. Okay, speech API. This speech API is based mainly focused on your preliminary language, that is English. But there is a website you can refer that is created by Microsoft specially for India, which is called as Bhasha India. This Bhasha India website covers almost 10 to 13 Indian languages with all its grammar. Okay, so language is very important, and when you are writing, grammar is also equally important. Okay, shortcuts, customized ribbons. Okay, what you want to show, what you do not want to show on the ribbon. Okay, quick access toolbars like autosave, do, undo. Okay, add-ins. Okay, add-ins is the most important part. We'll come to that point at a later stage. Okay, and trust certificates. Okay, some certificates are digitally signed that you can trust. Okay, so these are some of the general settings. Other than that, you have this home ribbon. Okay, where you have normal editing features, fonts, colors, uh, the way it is written. Okay, this all are there. Insert to add some another shapes, objects, or add-ins. Okay, draw. This is a new feature that was not present in 2009 and 13, I think. And this is one of the important features they have introduced. This draw allows you to use Microsoft Word like the Paint application. Okay, for example, these are the tools. Okay, this is when you click on the downwards arrow, you can see that there are many colors. Okay, you can select any color. Let us say this color. You can select the size, and then okay, see, just like the pencil tool of the Microsoft Paint, you are able to draw. Okay, and also you can watch the replay of how you have drawn this. Now again, this is a skill of art, but this is also one of the features that is now available in Word. Other than that, another important features is ink to math. Okay, the one that we have seen was ink to shape. Another important feature is ink to math. Okay, so if I click this ink to math, it opens a pop-up window, and if I want to write any mathematical formula, okay, obviously you have something called as insert equation. Okay, this is already available, but then you have to go into each one and select the symbols and then do the writing. Okay, that is a time taking and tedious task. Okay, so with this draw and insert equation, just a minute. Okay, it has gone to not responding state. Yeah. Okay, so we are back. So with this insert equation, you can definitely type in the mathematical equation, but the problem will be that you will be very slow in writing. But let us say you know that you are better with the pen tool. Then what you can do is you can directly write over here. For example, area of the circle is pi r square. So if I write like this, pi, okay, see that it is recognizing that this is pi. Okay, so r is somewhat wrong. It is pi r square, because but this is incorrect. So let me write it again. Pi r is small. Okay, still see every time it doesn't take the correct version. Okay, but the thing is, if you know the equations, okay, you can easily write over here, and that will be easily converted to equation. See, pi r square, and all you have to do is just put insert and your equation is inserted. Okay, right? Done. So let me move further. Another important feature that Microsoft provides, okay, is the copy and paste option. Okay, you might be wondering what is new in copy and paste. It is Control C and Control V, simple. So is that much simple? So let me show you. I am opening the Excel application. This is a simple workbook. Okay. Let us create one table, right? So what I'm going to do is roll number, let us say marks for subject 1. So I'm writing like subject 1, subject 2, subject 3, and let us say total, and also let us say percentage. Okay, very easy. And let us take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Some marks I'm considering out of 100. Okay, any marks randomly I'm putting. Okay, 56. 70. Let me change it to 35. We do not want anybody to fail. Okay. And what we do is we just put a total of this. Okay. And then we drag it. What is the percentage? You can take the average, or you can straight away write the formula, this divided by 3. Okay, so this is done like this. We'll use the insert table. Okay, so this takes form of table. Okay. Right, so with the roll number, subject 1, 2, 3. So what is the advantage of doing this? When we have a table, we can directly manipulate these values into the table. Now when I copy this and I put it in the Word, okay, look this carefully. When I copy and put it into Word, what I am getting is the values. Okay, now if I change the value over here, let us say, let me change it to 0. Does the total change? No. Does the percentage change? No. Okay, so this is not what we want, right? This is not what we want. So what I'm going to do is just going to remove this table. Okay, I go to the paste option, and here I'll use the paste special. Okay, now if you see this, it allows different object, and since our object came from the Excel, we are going to use Microsoft Excel worksheet object. Okay. Right. And now if you edit this, okay, it will straight away open Microsoft Word, sorry, Microsoft Excel inside your Word application. And if you change any data, automatically all the values will also change. See this. Okay, you can copy using the same technique to PowerPoint also. So paste special, okay, copy and paste is one of the most important feature that is enhanced in Microsoft Office. Okay, now suppose you don't want somebody to edit your table. Okay, this is my table and I am sharing my document with multiple people and I don't want them to changing the values. Okay, for example, this is the critical file that contains marks of the student and I don't want uh, somebody to just change the value. Okay, so what I am going to do, I'm going to use the copy option, okay, that is available inside the home menu. This is for cut, this is for copy, and this is for paste. So from the source, you get two types of copy. Simple copy, that is Control C. If you press Control C, this will go as an object which can be changed into different format as per the paste special features. Otherwise you can copy this as a picture. Okay, copy as picture, okay, as shown in the screen and in the format of picture and bitmap. Okay, let me take in the format of the picture and where is our Word document? Okay, here it is. And now if I paste, sorry, okay, so now this is pasted in the form of the image. Okay, so it cannot be changed or edited. Okay, then the Word provides online supports various features like autosave. This autosave not only saves into the buffer, but it also saves on the Microsoft Cloud. Okay, templates, pictures, icons that are directly available from the internet. So if you open this insert, you can see shapes, pictures, okay, for example icons. So please wait while we load the icons and you can see so many icons, okay, of different types that are directly taken from the internet. Okay, let us say I want to insert this. So it has inserted over here. You can modify the color. Okay, you can change how it looks. Okay. So these are some of the additions that Microsoft is constantly doing. It provides an online support. Okay, let us move further. Yes, another important feature that is file conversion. Okay, so this is one of the most important feature and it is one of the best feature that is used in the preliminary phase of computers. Okay, we are not good programmers or designers. So what we can do is we can directly use Microsoft to save our content in different formats. Okay, let me save this. Okay, let us save this document as web page. Okay, also you can have word arts. Okay, change the behavior. Okay, how it looks, increase the font size. And what I'm going to do is I'll just go to the save, and we'll use the save as option. Okay, let us go to the desktop, and here you will find this save type. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to save it as web page star.htm or star.html. You can also see the different formats, okay, directly which are available. So you can just let us say web page, and I'm going to give the name like test. Okay, and let us save this. Okay, I'll just close this Word document, and let us see if a test page is created. Yes, see, test page is created. If I open this, okay, let me open with Google Chrome, and you can see that it is open like this. And if you see the source code, okay, you can also see the source code of this. Okay, all these properties, templates and other things we didn't write. This is HTML code. So Microsoft Word processor automatically converted this document into an HTML document. Okay, see this is method of writing the style sheets. Okay, this is head, body, class, and this is our text. Let us save this document. So many things just for simple line which are available. So using Microsoft as an HTML, Word as an HTML editor is also one of the option that you can easily use at any given point of time in case you are in trouble. Okay. Another thing is you can also use it as a programming language editor. For example, I just want to write a Python code. Okay, P has to be small. Print that's it. And what I have to do, I have to save this type on the desktop, okay, as a plain text file, okay, and you can give the name test.py. Okay, py is the extension of the uh, Python file, okay, test.py, and just save it. Okay, it will ask converter if it is there, and you can see the Python file. Okay, if Visual Studio is installed, this will change the icon to the Visual Studio Python file format. Okay, so this becomes a Python file. And the main why people some people like Microsoft Word as a programming editor is because in any programming editors like NetBeans or Microsoft Visual Studio, you cannot change everything. Okay, but in this case, in the case of Word editor, I can do something like this. Okay, these two fonts, this, okay, this is not possible directly, okay, in other editors. So those who are designers and those who like to highlight their codes may use Word as a programming editor as well. Okay. So file conversions, then Yes, another important feature that I forgot to mention initially is the macro feature. Yes, can anybody tell me what is macro? Macro is one kind of recording facilities that is available in Word, PowerPoint and Excel. So let us create a macro, simple macro. So for creating a macro, you need to go to the view item. Okay, and there is something called as macros. Uh, if you want to see previously created macro, just click on view macro. There is currently no previously created macro, so let us create a new macro. So what I'm going to do is record macro. It will ask for the name. Okay, let it be macro 1, and here you can give the shortcut keys by which you want to record. Okay, so I'm giving shortcut key like Alt 7. Okay, assign, and let us say close. I go to the home menu, change the color, macro recording started. If you want some content be repeated over many times in different documents, something wrong with my spelling, in different documents, then we should use the macro feature. So it not only records the word, but it also records the chart and other things. Okay, so let us go to the view macros, and here it is stop recording and pause recording. Well, let us say we stop the recording. Okay, so now macro is recorded, and if I see this, what is the name? Macro 1. Okay, so if you want to run this macro, okay, you can just press the shortcut key. What was the shortcut key I have given? Alt 7. Okay, automatically it is coming. Not only in this document, if I open another document and press Alt 7, okay, it will come, but it will not be formatted, but still basic text will be there. Okay, formatting will be removed, but basic text will be available to me, right? So in any of that, if you go in second document and if you view the macro, okay, you will find this macro, and this will appear, okay, until you edit or delete the macro. So this is one of the important features that I wanted to share. Now let us continue further. Now coming to another important feature, that is the add-ins. Okay, so what is an add-in? Add-in is the most important feature which is found under the insert menu of Office 2019 365, and it is possible to install an additional software apps that are directly embedded in the applications. Okay, so everybody uses this mobile phone Android. You go to the Play Store, you download the various apps, you install the various apps, and with new apps, new features, uh, this makes the software more interesting. Prior to this, uh, Microsoft did not allow any third-party applications to be installed inside their software. And due to this point, and due to this policy of Microsoft, from the year 1998 to 2008, they lost market share, and the counterpart of Microsoft operating system, which was called as Linux, it started gaining importance. Why? Because everything was free and everything could be installed. And then later on, Android came into the picture, which also allowed some application to be used as a free application up to some extents. Okay, trial version, freeware, something like this. So Microsoft realized that there is a mistake which needs to be corrected. It needs to allow other apps to be added in the Microsoft, which will enhance the word facility. So now there are various add-ins that are available on the internet that you can add in Microsoft Word or Microsoft Excel or Microsoft PowerPoint, which will greatly enhance their usability. So some of these add-ins are free, some of them needs to be purchased, and this makes Microsoft Word the most suitable for industry, business, research and education. And mostly these add-ins are used by the industry people, research people. Okay, they use these add-ins. Okay, so let us see some of these add-ins. Okay, uh, the first two add-ins, Dictate and Editor. Okay, they are coming directly installed in your Microsoft Word. So let me open Microsoft Word once again. Okay. So here you will find Dictate. So as I told earlier, Dictate, okay, Dictate is using Speech API by Microsoft okay. Okay, now I have muted the mic. So whatever I have spoke, it has typed. Whatever I have spoke, it has typed. Obviously there is a spelling mistakes in that, but they are minor and that can be connected. So if you are fluent in English, if your tone is absolutely clear, your microphones are absolutely clear, then you don't need to type a single word in type a single word in Microsoft. Okay, not only English, it provides various languages. Okay, for example, let us say Hindi. Okay, so I have selected the Hindi language and I'll start the microphone and just speak a Hindi sentence. हिंदी हमारी राष्ट्रभाषा है. Did you see this? If you have installed a Gujarati or Hindi keyboard and if you want to write like this, how much time it would take, right? And how easy this is written. So next step is just to edit it in your own way, right? So such support are provided, and as I mentioned earlier, there is a website called as Bhasha India, Microsoft Bhasha India. You can also download the Gujarati language. You can also dictate in Gujarati. It will write in Gujarati. And various other Indian languages are also available for the same. Okay. The next inbuilt important feature, okay, I'm closing this, is the editor. So editor is one kind of checker that will check your Word document. Okay, let me open some previously created Word document and then we'll see the editor. Okay, let us say desktop, and let's say some ICT policy, and then I'll see the not dictate, sorry, editor. Okay, so some spelling error it will check. Okay. Then it will also go for grammar, but the grammar is correct. So let me uncorrect some grammar. Okay, still it is correct. And then, yeah. So see this, was, has, had been. So immediately it goes over here and it shows that this is grammatically incorrect. And it also gives that you may use this, and this is spelling mistake like been added. Okay, now this is grammatically correct. So if you see the tick, your document is grammatically correct. So whenever you are making any kind of reports, any kind of manuals, okay, it is absolutely necessary that your reports and documents are grammatically correct. They are punctuationally correct and they are read properly. Any kind of error will give a bad impression. So these two are the important things that are available with regards to inbuilt 2019 or Microsoft Word, 2019 or Microsoft Word 365 or 2021. Those who are on the lab and want to check, they can check simultaneously with me also. Okay. Let us go to further. Now comes another useful app, that is Vertex 42, which is a template. It is a kind of template that is available and it has a predefined professional presentations. Okay, so let us see this. So these add-ins, they are found inside the insert menu, and here you have something called as my add-ins and get add-ins. If I click on this get add-ins, okay, so there is some problem with my work account, so it will give such message like, unfortunately your organization has disabled access to the Office store, please contact your administrator. Now if this message also comes in your screen, there is one simple solution, just sign out of the document. Okay, I'll just sign out. I'll sign out from this. Once again I will go to the insert menu, go to get add-ins, and now you can see that there are so many add-ins, just like your Google Play stores. Okay, there are thousands and thousands of add-ins which are available for Microsoft Word. So out of this, we'll see some of the important add-ins which will help you to create effective presentations, writings, and also to help to check your consistency and how the Word document is formatted. Okay. So the first one that we are seeing is Vertex 42, which is a collection of free templates that are available for download, and they have a predefined professional presentations. So let us see. Insert. Okay. Now I have already added in my Word document. You may also add, and if it is not available, you have to just click on store and just write Vertex 42. Click on search icon and you will see this Vertex 42 template gallery. Click on add, continue, and on the right side you'll see this, okay, business templates, other templates. Okay, so many templates that are available that will make your presentation look most effective. Okay, let's say invoice is just for bill. Okay, so you can go to this invoice and you see that this invoice, which is a kind of bill, what is the extension? Excel. Okay, same way if you go to some reports, okay, letters and resumes, okay, how to create your CV. Majority of you would like to create your CV. By this time you might have created, or you want to create an if impressive CV that you will send to various companies. CV, resume. Okay, so such resumes are available. So you have to download this resumes directly from the website Vertex 42. Okay, it will ask to accept cookies and you can just download it. And here is your template, right? See this already formatted. What you need to type is PhD, your PhD degree, master's degree, bachelor degree, honors, awards. Now this is pre-formatted. Okay, pre-formatted. So various such pre-formatting options that you can find with Vertex 42. You can explore if it is a bill or a payroll or such kind of thing, it will be downloaded in the Excel. But if it is a resume, if it is a letter, if it is something that is related to writing, you will see that it is in the Word format, and when it is a presentation, you will see that it is in the PPT format. Okay, let us move further. The next important one is Excel to Word. Now this is very important app. Earlier I showed you the paste special feature that shows how to insert the Excel applications or Excel object into the Word. And ultimately it changes the value. Now Excel to a Word is extension of this, and it also provides link between the applications. So how to do this? Okay, so Excel to Word, this is the exact name. You have to install in Excel as well as the Word document, Excel as well as the Word. you have to install this app in both the software. So let us say Microsoft Excel. This is Microsoft Excel, right? And here also insert, get add-ins, and you have to type Excel to just type half, then also it will appear. Okay, now you have to type the full. So exact, actually it appears the third Excel to Word, but if you type it exactly correct, only one will appear. Yeah, the first one, exact Excel to Word document automation. Just add. Okay, so this is now added. Now what I'll do is I'll just click over here. Okay, so if you can see that there are three tabs: start, submit, and list. So in this start, it shows you how to get started. It has a predefined sample content, how to use, and other instructions you can find over here. But let us directly jump to how we will insert this table using this. Okay, so when I go to the list, okay, and let me list this link table. Okay, so I have to see in the tables. Okay, and list table on this current worksheet. Okay, you can rename the worksheet to, let us say, marks. Okay, and you can see this table that is appearing, stud, and I will just say update. So we have now updated this table, and then what I'll do is I'll go to the submit. Okay, I'll go to the submit, and I'll just click on submit content. Sorry, updating has been disabled. You have subscription list. Actually, it is asking me to purchase the full version. This is the problem, but anyways, we'll still do it. And let's say, yes, it is asking me to purchase, but it is a very good content. See, if the same thing is in Word, add-ins, and if I say, okay, now this I have been doing in the previous one, so let me say update the document link, get Excel content. So it does not allow me to get the Excel content. Actually, what happens is, this is very good application. Okay, connection ID 31810. Let me, connection ID, it is correct both the case. Okay, so this feature, okay, at the moment it is not allowing me to insert this, but what is the advantage of using this Excel to Word? I could directly use that table inside this Word document. Let me take another Word document. If This is not allowing me. Yeah, this is the problem. It asks for the activation each time. So I have to sign in. Okay. Still, I'll be not able to see this because these add-ins are disabled. So once again, close and start. Yes, now it is available. Yeah, but then it will say that your office has prevented from using this, so I have to sign out. Then let me go to the get add-ins. Okay. And then no, it is still not allowing me. Anyways, the main advantage of this was that if the Excel content was fetched, you can see here the type of the worksheet, type of the Excel, and the name of the table exactly. Exact name of the table would be visible and you could have inserted. Now the advantage was if you change in any of the file, that is if you change in Word, it will automatically change in Excel. If you change in Excel, it will automatically change in Word. And if it is linked to Microsoft PowerPoint also, then it will also change over there. Okay. But since it is asking for login, and there is some work account problem in my system, so I'm not able to show you, but you can explore this. Install both in both the ways, Excel to Word in Office, sorry, in Excel as well as in Microsoft Word, and try to do this. Next one is consistency checker. Okay. So consistency checker searches for possible inconsistencies in the document and it makes your document consistency. For example, email and email, they are used in same document makes it inconsistent. Okay. So let us see this consistency checker. For, let us say if I am writing for any query, email on xyz.com for payment on pay@abc.com. And then if I see the consistency checker, okay, okay, I have to select the text and then I have to click on scan. See this, it says that these two are written in a different way. Both the meaning are same, meaning is same, but they are written in two different formats. Same way, if I write WHO takes care of pandemic, and if I write the WHO is again, if I do the rescan, okay, only it is not showing for the dot, but it should show for the dot also. This also is inconsistent. Okay, so such kind of inconsistencies can be removed, okay, using this consistency checker. Next one is the symbol search. Varieties of symbols which are not found in inbuilt symbol facility of Word, and these are searched from the internet. Let us see this. Okay, if you go to the insert, you have this symbol, and if you click on more symbols, these are the types of the symbols that you are having. Okay, this is coming installed in your Microsoft Word, right? This is pre-installed. Now if you go to symbol search, it gives you symbols of various different kinds. Okay, animals, variables, transportation, games, okay, cards, nature. Okay, let us say nature, and if I want to add sun, black sun, okay, so this is a symbol. Symbols are generally created with the help of integrating your ASCII key and non-printable characters. This symbol is also having an ASCII value. So this symbol is basically a kind of text. So what is the difference between image and symbol? If you store this into the database, it will go in the format of ASCII. Whereas if you uh, put an image, it will go as a image format, right? So this is symbols, and so many types of symbols are available, okay, that you can see. These are the additional symbols that are presented in this particular add-ins. And let us see the next one. Yeah, Picket. So Vertex 42 was one of the template presentation. Similar to it, there is one more that is called as Picket. So Picket you can see over here. This is the same add-in. You can go to the insert, get add-in, and add the Picket. So this is already showing over here. So
Opera.
again, it is fetching from the internet. Okay. Now this is actually more useful when you are making PowerPoint presentations. Okay, rather than Word, it is more useful in PowerPoint presentation. But high quality images you can insert. Okay, you can find from Work, Business, and other models of inserting images. This ready-made images makes your document or a presentation more effective. Okay, so you can go through that. It gives a trial of 7 days and then it expires. You have to purchase the full version to have different kinds of images continuing. Okay. Let us go to the next one. Wikipedia. This is the best one, right? Rich data source of information directly available from the internet and most useful in project analysis. Okay. 90% of dissertation are from Wikipedia, copy paste, right? All of us uses Wikipedia. So here is our Wikipedia. Okay, and you write anything. Let us say Microsoft Office 2021. So it gives various suggestions. Okay, it did not find 2021, but it find all the related articles. Okay. Can directly copy paste from this. No need to open additional internet search engine. Go to Google and search. Okay, directly inbuilt in the document itself. You are having this. Okay. Bill Gates, if you see, it is there available. Copy here and put it over here. Done. With all the references and hyperlink also available. Right? So Wikipedia, one of the most important features. It is useful to researcher, to the industry people, to the programmer, developer, anybody. And it is a must-have add-in. It is a free add-in. Okay, unlike the previous two which I showed you that it requires some purchase, Wikipedia does not even require any purchase, and it will directly give on-hand reference of what you are writing. Okay. Next one, Handy Calculator. Okay. It is one kind of embedded calculator that is used inside the Word documents to calculate without switching to other calculator or other applications. So let us see that. It is a free application. Suppose I insert the table, let's say tax and total price or final price. Okay, so 100, 23, something like this. So go to insert, go to get add-ins. I already installed in my machine, so Handy Calculator. I'll click on add and you can see the calculator on the right hand side. Okay, then obviously make it bigger if you want. So just simple operation, and it also works well with the numpad or the numeric key. 100 plus 23 equals to this value. Can copy. No, you cannot copy, sorry. This is not. Okay, so this is the problem which is once again faced by the clipboard. I'll get to this also, how we'll solve this problem, that if something is already there in your clipboard, what to do, or whatever value it was, you can just use the in calculator to calculate and write the values. So that is the handy calculator. Then Pro Word Cloud creates an image from inputted text which generates word cloud. Okay, this is very interesting. Okay, let me remove this and let me open any of the existing Word document. Let us say I'm copying this part. Some simple text is there. I go to the add-ins. Okay. We click on add. So here is our cloud. I'll remove this. Select the text and you can click on create word cloud. Okay, so from this text it has generated a cloud. You can copy this image and paste it over here. This is called as word cloud. Obviously you can change how it looks. Okay, change the color combinations, all lowercase, all uppercase, preserve case, and then once again you can create regenerate. Okay, you need to select the text, regenerate. Okay, and see a totally different word cloud of the same text is now available with us. See, so if your text is good enough, you want to present it, then you can always use this professional word cloud, Pro Word Cloud. Okay, that will change the text to an image that will cover your entire text and it will also look attractive. Okay. Then comes abbreviations. So nowadays the internet world is full of jargons. Okay, mostly the people who are using the WhatsApp. Okay, they type in short LOL. Okay, so LOL stands for lots of love or laugh out loud. So if you see this jargons, sometimes you may not know. These are the jargons that we know, but in another country, some another jargons are also available that we don't know. So what we do, we can use these abbreviations. Okay, let me remove this. Let me get my edits. So here it is abbreviations.com. I'll just add and W write something over here WH okay, so as he says he could not find WHO. Let me remove the dots and then write. Now can it find? Yeah, see WHO, World Health Organization. Then as I was saying, LOL, lots of love, laugh out loud, laughing out loud. Okay, and there are so many other abbreviations that is also mentioned on their websites. Okay, that can stands for LOL. Okay, So that is the use of abbreviations. Let us go to the next one. Sticky text. Okay. This is also very important application. Sticky text is provide multiple copy buffers and also facility to search across the internet using Bing or Google search engine. So let us see this. Okay, my headings I'm straight away going to. I have already downloaded sticky text. Here it is. And okay, when you press Control C, okay, what happens is your content is copied and it is put inside the keyboard. See, for example, I have selected this image used to combine. Press Control C, and I will write. When I say Control V, I am getting what? Used to combine. Once again, if I copy this word high contrast, Control C, and then paste it over here, Control V. So high contrast. Now as many number of times I will paste it, I will only get high contrast. I will not get used to combine. So what does it mean? This means that Microsoft in general, Microsoft, whether it is Office, whether it is a .NET or whether it is a Visual Studio, okay, Blend or anything that is coming under the Microsoft Corporation, there is one common copy class, and that copy class is called as clipboard. This clipboard is used for all the operations like cut, copy, paste, select all, right? Now, in contrast to this, if you look at an editor which is called as VI editor of Ubuntu, I don't know if you are using the Linux operating system, but inside the Linux operating system, one of the main editor, just like Microsoft Word, is Ubuntu, and it has total 37 buffers. That means you can copy 37 different things and put them inside 37 different buffers and paste them whenever you like. Okay, so now this feature was not available in Microsoft Word, and this sticky text have helped to gain this advantage. So what I'm going to do, I'll copy this first line. It is a fusion of techniques. Select this, okay, stick it. So it is there. If the images have high brightness, once again save text, okay. Third one, this part, again I'll say save text, so I'm getting it over here. Now as many number of times I just want to put it, I'll just stick it, okay. The first one, the third one, once again first one, okay. So now I have advantage of multiple buffers, okay. Multiple buffers means you can copy and put the values in different buffers. Now it also drop it will remove it. If you just click on drop it, it will be removed. But the third option is search it. So if the images have high brightness, so let me click on search it. So what will happen is this content will straight away go to if the images have high brightness, and two search engines are provided to search this information over the internet. One is the Bing and another is the Google search. So if I just click on the Google search, Google it, this content goes to the Google and you can see the search results, okay. So very nice and useful features. Let me go to the next one. Read my documents. Oh, this is very nice. So there is a computer assisted voice, once again speech API, that will be reading out your document. Okay, so let us see this. So I'm not going to waste a lot of time. Let me remove this part. Or let me just go to the my add-ins. Yeah, read my document. And
Hello.
I'll just select this. You can select the voice, whichever voice you want, speech to text. The reverse of dictate. Dictate was the person is narrating and you are taking, and this is the exactly reverse of it. So read selected text and you can play it.
It is a fusion technique used to combine images by
I don't know if you
pixels.
can you hear the sound of the playback? Is it audible? Okay, so you can just speaking rate to medium, slow, fast. Can change how it sounds.
It is a fusion technique used to combine images by
other
pixels.
inverted here.
Okay, so this is the read my documents. Once you have written the document, it is very helpful when somebody reads out for you. So read my document will read the document that you have written and you will get an idea. Next one. I should be writing. Okay, this is also one of the app. This sets your writing goals for personal improvement of the writing skills. Go to the design.
કેટલામો એપિસોડ જો ત્રીજો એમ ગયા
Insert.
ત્રીજામાં મારે જોવું પડે
માઇક્રોસોફ્ટ વર્ડ નું બેઝિક
જીતુ ભૈયા ઓલે મેડમ પાસે ગયો ને
અચ્છા આ તો એક્સ્ટ્રા
I should be writing.
સારું સારું કરો
મેડમ જોઈન કરી દે સામે
હા
So here you can set the words or time. Okay, at least you want to write 250 words. So it will set the goal. Okay.
જોજો તમ તારે હું કહી તો પછી જોવાનું ના મજા આવે મને કહી દે ને અગાઉ જોવાનું
માઇક ઓન કરી
કહી દઉં ને અગાઉ હું થવાનું હોય તો જોવાનું ના મજા આવે
Okay, so it will show you that how much words you are remaining from your goal. So you can set this to improve your writing skills. Power Thesaurus. Okay, Thesaurus is already available in Microsoft Word, but another important app is called as Power Thesaurus. So it is an advanced version of inbuilt thesaurus that provides in-depth information on selected word, which includes synonyms and antonyms and different contexts. So let us see that. Suppose if I write the word hypothesis like this. Okay, so synonyms, there are 627 similar synonyms to the word hypothesis. that you can use in place of hypothesis, okay, like theory, assumption, conjecture, and antinoms, the reverse: proof, truth, fact, evidence. So if you click on all, it will take you to the website for the synonyms of hypothesis. Okay, very important and powerful feature, that it gives the similar words or uh, a word that is against that word when you are writing something in the Word document. Okay. The next one, Parla, it helps to create the formatted document as recognized by international bodies. So you might be knowing that when you are writing the code in C# or any language of your choice, there are some coding standard. One of the coding standards for writing C# code is ECMA. Okay, like that, when you are writing a Word document, uh, there are various standards that are accepted by a recognized body. Okay, and Parla helps you to write the document as for the recognized international bodies. So let us see this Parla. So here it is Parla. So you can see that Parla itself, it has so many things that helps in creation of the document. Okay, let us say you want to write a research paper or a discussion post or a reference list. Okay, for example, those who are interested in research, you can go for the research paper. Okay, so whether you are a student or you are a professional, okay, you can write, and these are the formats, APA. Okay, let us say title, I am saying image processing, author, okay. Another course number, name, if you want to write, it is optional, but at least you have to write this, and you just click on research paper, click this, you can see this, the research paper is created as per this. Furthermore, if you want to add references, format document, whether it is APA, IEEE style, also directly available by using this Parla. Okay, so any kind of reports that are to be presented in international body, okay, submitted to MNC companies, must be written as per the format, and Parla will help you in writing those formats. Okay, let us see the next one. Kineas. It looks upon scientific articles over the internet with proper reference and citation. Okay, now at the moment, this Kineas is not directly related to you, but when you will be joining the industries and when you are going to write something, okay, uh, that content should be your own. It should not be taken from the internet. For the time being, we are taking from Wikipedia most of the time and many other websites that are available over the internet. But Kineas, okay, it allows you to search the references. So again, you have to go into the insert, get add-ins, and then you can add the Kineas. Okay, so here it is. So Kineas, let me start. So add, what is the problem? Add in error. Uh, okay, so we have uh, actually, if you have seen something called as Google Scholar, or the page, it is not loading in my account, but if you can see, if somebody has installed on their computer, you will be able to see uh, that if you type any word, okay, it will fetch all the references that are available to it. Okay, that is the use of Kinius. Okay. Okay. So it requires sign in. So if I sign in once again, it will again create a problem regarding the work issue. But in your office, it will not create the problem. So add this. This is very important one. So any kind of text that you write. Okay, let me see something that is pre-written. If that works. Yeah, it asks for the sign in. Okay, it will ask to restart it. Let us restart it. Yeah. Okay, now let me click on this Kinius. No, it does not allow me. Okay, but it is very important when you write a legal document. No, it is still taking error only. Uh, but for example, if I have written image fusion, it will search various sources over the internet that are verified, trusted, and published in this image fusion domain. Okay, so very important when you are also making a technical report. So you have to take a reference of the other company's documentation. For example, you are in the field of networking, right? And you have created a technical report regarding the switches. So this reference has to be taken from the Cisco or IEEE protocols. So this particular add-in will help you to search over different protocols. Okay, so Kinius, yeah, and the last one is Script Labs. Okay, that will allow you to execute the inline code, but only scripts. Okay, no programming languages. So let me show you that. Uh, Where is the script lab? Okay, here it is. Okay, it does not. It is disabled. Somehow there is some problem in my Microsoft Office, but this will allow you to run the script code. No, it still does not allow. Another document. Okay, let me open another document. It is disabled. Let's sign out over here. And now,
હા બોલો ને પૂછો.
okay, anyways, this is still disabled only. It allows you to run JavaScript, JScript, and JSON objects inside the Word document. Okay, that is regarding the scripts. You may try to write down this script using the script lab. It will allow you to run the scripts. You can copy the code in the Word document and then run it as a script. Okay. Other than that, there are also many apps, as I have told you. Right? And if you want more apps, you can find it on the add-ins. And other basic information that I have shown to you, I will share to Brijesh sir, and if you want, he will give it to you. Okay.
Okay.
So I think if you have any questions, you may ask.
Yeah. If you have any question, you can ask to sir. First of all, sorry, because of some technical issue, we are in hurry, so I forgot to introduce sir. So basically, Dr. Jigar Trivedi is currently working as a system engineer at the MS University Baroda. He also served as assistant professor at postgraduate department of computer science and technology at SP University, and he specialized in AI, in neurofugy system and knowledge-based intelligence system. Beside this, other interest area in field of computer network software engineering. He has contributed to research activity by working as a session chair and judge for a national as well as international. And currently, 4 research scholars are working under his guidance in the field of the artificial intelligence. Thank you so much, sir, for being here. And आपको कोई भी क्वेश्चन हो तो यू कैन आस्क टू सर.
Yes, and you can share my email address as well. If anything they want to ask at a later point also, they can email me.
Okay, okay sir. So sir, I would like to thank you and behalf of Charuset University, behalf of our principal sir Dr. Amit Ganatra sir, head of the department IT Dr. Amit Nayak sir, head of the department CAC Professor Parth Goyal, head of the department Dr. Vipna Garg. Thank you so much sir being here.
Okay, okay, thank you. Okay, so we stop our meeting over here, and hope you will use these add-ins and some features that I have shown you when you will be making your dissertation thesis or when you will go to the industry. Okay. Okay, Brijesh sir, we can end the meeting.
Sure, sure, sir. Students, I will share the link of feedback So please fill that feedback form. After filling that form, you get a e-certificate of this workshop. Okay, so thank you so much for being here. We'll meet next time with new topic. Okay, thank you very much, sir.